So in our last tutorial, this is what you actually did. We just did a random website and the body section. And if you go to my code, you see I introduced you guys to how to make use of include, where I differentiate between require and include in terms of including files into your programming environment. Then if you remember, there are so many other things we did that it seems most of you did not actually understand it. What we did is how you can concatenate HTML and HTML and PHP together. So if you observe my code, I actually take you guys on the include, how you can include files from external documents into your working environment. And these are the two basic the syntax that we talked about, the required and the include, which differentiate the major differences between the required and the include. Then in our previous class, I also talked about how you can concatenate CSS and PHP files together. Are you getting it? Like this, welcome to my site. Welcome to my site. For example, now let's say I have my file, my PHP file here. I have the name of my file declared as maybe site. I think the title is always either site name, which is equals to, let's say, gmines, gmines. Let me just use gmines. Now, so since I'm having my, okay, if I want to echo, let me just echo this one out. So let me just echo this one out and see what the outcome will be. Echo hash site name. So if I go to my web browser now and I refresh, you see the hash site name being displayed. The hash site name being displayed at this side here. Okay, now I was telling you that instead of you, for example, now welcome to my site. If I want to echo this one here at this site, maybe I don't want to have welcome to my site. I just want to have welcome to Gminds. So instead of me writing Gminds like this, are you getting it? I can just come here, open my PHP syntax here, then I bring in my echo and my declared value as site name. I close it, then I close my PHP. So if I go to this place and I now refresh, you see welcome to Gmine. Let me take out this Gmine. Then let me comment this one out so that it won't appear. So if I go back here now and I refresh, you see welcome to Gmines. Okay, let's take for example, I want to move all this HTML syntax into the PHP so that I concatenate both of them together in my PHP. What I'll do, I'll just take all this one out because I want to make use of PHP alone. I'll take this one out, come back to my echo here. When you're writing text, your text should always carry open and close quote. If it is a declared value, a variable, there is no need for you to put quotes. But when you're making use of text, a regular text, you open your single and close single quote. So I can just say welcome to. Okay, as it is now, as you can see, I'm already having a line here indicating that my code is wrong, that the syntax of my code is actually having problem. So that's why when you come here and you refresh, you get that error, pass error on line 9. So if I go to that line 9, if I go to the line 9, so if I go to line 9, where is my line 9? This is my line 9, and this is where the error is. So the why I'm having this error is because this is a different syntax. Are you getting it? The site I'm having here is actually a declared variable. Why this one is an ordinary text. Now, before they can be on the for example, now if I take this, I really want you guys to understand this. If I take this one out now, as you can see, the error is gone, and if I refresh my page now, it will be okay. But now you are bringing two different things together. You are bringing an ordinary text and you are bringing a declared variable. So there is need for you to pair them together. There is need for you to concatenate them together. And how do you concatenate them together? Is by the use of dot. As you can see, as I put the dot, what happened? It disappears. So if I come back to here now and I refresh, you see, I'll be having welcome to Gminds. Okay, now then if you observe, this is not how it is before, because my Gmind, welcome to Gmind is actually a header, while these other texts are ordinary text. So now, if I want to concatenate my HTML tags so that they will be on the same line, what I will do again is I'll just come here because I want to declare H1 now. I can put it here. I can just put it here. Let's see if it will work out. I can just put it here. Let's go back and see what will happen. Everything has assumed A1. That means there is need for me to close it somewhere here. So I can just come here again and close my H1. But this time around, I'm having an error. That means there is need for me to concatenate it. Then after the concatenation, this is an HTML element. Are you getting it? Remember, when we want to introduce our HTML element here, we open our single open and close quotes. Are you getting it? We are supposed to open a different quote for this H1, but because we already have a quote that is carrying welcome to, that's why we just combine them together. But this one now is a separate um, code, a separate code on its own outside this one. So what I'll do, I'll just introduce my open and close single quote. Are you getting it? Open and close my single quote, and then close my page. Why am I still having error? Line 9. Okay, you know where the error is this. I've already closed my line here. So because there is need for you to understand how to debug your code when you're having error. Another thing is for you to code. Another thing is for you to be able to detect where error is coming from. So when I hover my cursor on it, it was now telling me that syntax error, unexpected token dot. Are you getting it? Unexpected token dot. So when I come here and I see dot here, and I remember I've already closed this line before I introduce the H1. So what I'll do, I'll just take this one out. And immediately I took it out, you see that my code is clear. So when I come here and now refresh, you see, have a welcome to Gmine. Then now, that's not where I'm supposed to close this H1. It's here. Okay, sorry. Okay, I didn't even close it. I open here and I also open here, so I'll close it here. So now I've decided to show you guys my error and how I also come about it, how I resolved it. So now there is need for me to create space between these two and mind. If I want to do it, I can just come here, create the space here. And as you can see, there is space. So that's that. So if I also want to concatenate all these one into PHP now, I will do it just like the way I've been doing others. It's very simple. It's just for you to copy everything here, place it here. Let's even try it out and see. I'll just cut everything. I'll move this one down, then move from here down, put my quotes here, open my double quote, then paste my lorem here. Then let's refresh and see if it will work out. it works out. So this is how you concatenate both safe variable and irregular text and ordinary text together. Then now the new topic we'll be taking today is an array. An array. How you can actually save multiple files. For example, now you'll be having something like site name, you'll be having something like site color, site description, site URL, all those stuff. You save it in a single variable and access it anytime to access it. Okay, now let's say for example here I want to declare another thing called um, maybe site info. Site info. Then after the site info, I'll just is equal to my site info is equals to array. I want it to be in array format. So I close my line. This is the syntax. Your site info, then you open your array. As I just come here, I open my array. So this is how you've declared your array. Like this now, you've actually declared your array. Array in the sense that you want to store multiple files, multiple documents. Instead of you declaring one here, site name, gmines, then later, if I want to maybe like site color, I'll have to declare uh, another name again, name site color. I can declare all this information in a single array titled site info. So now let's say my site name is gmines. Gmines. Then after that gmines, I have another one again. Maybe my site color is now purple. Is now purple. So these are my site info. Then now, let's take for example, let me comment this one out. If I comment this one out, let me just comment that one out. If I go back to my website, so if I go back, if I come back to my website and I refresh, you see that welcome to welcome to the Gmines had disappeared. The Gmine has disappeared, but I'm having an error message here on my line 1 because I'm still trying to display the Gmine here. So what I'll do, let me just take it out since it's no longer I'm no longer having it. So let me just take it out. Let me take it out. If I go back now and I refresh, you see that my code is okay. Okay, now let's take for example, now I want to now display this site info and print out the site name. Are you getting it? So I want to print out the site info and the name of my site. So if I come here, I'll need to concatenate. I've opened my concatenation dot. So the next thing is for me to bring my site info first. I'll bring my site info, paste my site info, then I add the $sign. So after that, site info, I'll open this bracket. Sorry, I'll have to take out this because you see is assuming this text to be a string, while this one is actually a variable. So I'll have to close my this thing here. I'll close it here. Then just like I did it before. You know, I combine everything together. That's why it's like that. So now I have my site info, and the one I want to print out is I think 01 is let me use 0 and see is 0 site info 0. Are you getting it? So now if I go back and I refresh, let's see if it will take effect. I'm having welcome to Gmines. Let me create my space. I'm having welcome to Gmines. So now when you are creating an array, just like I did here, when you are creating an array like this, are you getting it? The first one is regards as 0. The counting starts from 0. So if I want to print out this one now, I'll just change this one to 1. And I'm having welcome to purple. So the same thing, if you have another information here, let's take for example, the name of the developer is Abdul Wahab Omeiza. That's the name of the developer. Are you getting it? Let's say I have another one again. Phone number 08163563223. Are you getting it? But I'm having an error. Let's see what's the error. Invalid numeric literal. Mm, okay, let me enclose it. Let me enclose it here. Okay, as you can see, the error is gone. So now, so this one will be number. So this one will actually be is regards as 0. Are you getting it? This one is regards as 0. Why this one is regards as number 1. Then this one is regards as number 2. Then this one is regards as number 3. This is how it works. I don't know if you guys are understanding. Okay, now if I want to print out my name, maybe the need arise for you to print out your name in your website 012. So I'll just change it to 2. Welcome to Abdul Wahab Omeza. So it all depends. So this is how you can actually save multiple files, multiple information using array. Okay, now let's another method again that you can actually use is giving them title. Let's say for example now, instead of me using the conventional number that we use, I can just move this one to the next line, move this one to the next line, move this one to the next line, move the number to the next line, and move this to the next line, so that I'll be having something like this. So now I'll just come here. Gmine is my site name. I can open my double quote again, open my equal to and my angle bracket and my right angle bracket. Then I'll just say name. Name is equal to gmite. I also come here, do it this way, open my equal to with my bracket, then color is equals to this. I'll come here again, open my bracket, then dev, developer. You can give it any name of your choice. I wanted to shorten it, but let us leave it like this. Then number. So let me format my text so that they will be on the same line for readability. Are you getting it? So if I want to print anyone out now, I'll no longer be using the number that I'm using that I used earlier. So if I want to print name, because just like I've already declared using this method, I've already declared just like I'm declare. So using this method, it's just like that I'm declaring this variable. Are you getting it now? It's just like I'm declaring the variable that the name is gmine is equals to gmine, the color is equals to purple, the developer is Abdul Wahab, the number. So if I want to, let's say maybe I want to display this my name here now. So if instead of me using the conventional number that we'll be using, I can just change this to name, the name of the site. So when I come back and I refresh, you see that the name is still here. Are you getting it? So so that's it. So if you want to print maybe let's say the phone number, you just to change this one to number and you refresh, you get what you want to, what you want to display. So this is just simple array. This one is very important. So this is where we are going to stop so that you guys will have the time to go through what we've done.